So today we're going to be doing a tutorial on screenwriting. The best place to go is Celtics.com. And all you need to do is, you can start now. I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. And then after you log in, I've done several screenplays in here, so everything that I've done will actually pull up. And what I'm working on right now is Bad to the Jones 2. And this is what a screenplay looks like. This is the breakdown. You always start with a description line, which will be exterior or interior. After that, you need to describe what the audience is seeing. Here it's exterior Oklahoma housing edition. It's during the day. And, thick black smoke rises from a horizon behind the abandoned neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. After that, you want to start with the character lines. And that's where you see Mama Jones. VO stands for voiceover. So let's go ahead and start a new screenplay. So we'll go to the home page. And then it says create. And then it'll give you several different options, stage play, all that stuff. Click on screenplay. And then you want to name your script. We're going to name this one Writing Tutorial. And click OK. And then click on the link that says Writing Tutorial, and then it'll start you off. So the description line, the first thing that you're going to write is whether it's an exterior, which means outside, or it's an interior. Usually you want to start with an exterior of wherever you are, and this is also how you film things. So let's say exterior school, and then you put the time of day, whether it's morning, day, night. You can be as specific as you want to. And then you want to type your action, which describes more specifically what is going on. What does the school look like? What do you want the audience to see here? And remember, this is a screenplay, so things have to be very visual. It's not a novel. You can't really write what people are thinking or anything like that. If you cannot show it to the audience, then you do not write it. So here, the very modern looking school is jam-packed with cars and high school kids. That's the exterior. Then I'm going to go interior, car, continuous. Continuous means at the same time everything is happening at the school, this is happening on the interior of the car. And then I go back to my action. And remember, you have the toggle over here on the left, and you click for whatever you need to, whether it's action, scene, heading, character, all that stuff. Now, when you introduce a character for the first time, put their name in all caps. You can do a first and last name or a first name. It depends on what you have in store for the character. Then you need to include a description. And it can be as basic as you want or as descriptive as you want. It just depends on really what you want the audience to see. So here, we have Jack. He's an 18-year-old, clean-shaven, let's call him muscular built, high school kid. And he drives as Lenny, a 17-year-old. Preppy dressed. skinny kid rides in the passenger seat. Now, visually, right now, you can't really show that Jack is 18 and Lenny is 17. However, this is something that we will find out later on in the script. This is more for when you're actually casting for the role. You want somebody that looks around that age. So technically, you could say, 17 to 18, or for Lenny, you could say 16 to 17-year-old. So then you want to start with the dialogue. So you click on the character, and then you type the name in, and then you hit enter, and then you start typing the dialogue. And what Celtics does, which is really smart, it saves everything in after you type it. So when you type in the characters' names and you hit enter, you start typing in another character's name, and it will automatically pull it up for you. And so then you just proceed writing the dialogue. And what you have to understand with screenplays is you want it to reflect real life as much as possible. Generally, conversations between people aren't paragraphs long all the time. They're usually short and quick and back and forth, especially if the characters know each other. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're writing. And then when you, again, want to change a location or cut to a different shot, you start with your scene heading, go back to exterior school day, and then you go right back with the action. It's Jack and Lenny driving a newer model Ford Mustang. Here we have a description of what they're driving. So this is the shot that the audience sees. They pull into the school parking lot. And then they locate a parking spot towards the back. And Jack pulls in. So this is just an example of how to write a screenplay on Celtics. You can also use Microsoft Word. I've used that quite a lot. And again, over here, you have all of your headings. We can finish up what Jack says. Okay, let me see it. And continue with the dialogue. And the smart thing about Celtics is it automatically saves your work for you every so often. And you can also manually save it, but it does a pretty good job. Usually after everything you type, it starts saving it. So looking at the breakdown, here's the save button here. Over here you have the print icon if you want to print it. Then again, over here you have your actions. When you click on that, it gives you your scene headings, character, all that stuff. And then just like Microsoft Word, you have your bold, italics, underline. You have the type of text that you want to use, background color if you want to change that. I don't know why you would. This means undo. So if you just wrote something and you want to delete it, you can just hit the undo. Then you have your copy and paste over here. You can cut, as in edit something over here. This is the icon for the revision mode. If you want to make revisions, then save it. Here's the history. I've never used that button. Not really sure what that's for. This is to share. If you want to email people the script and stuff like that, you can do it from there. Here's for comments. If you want to leave some notes, like, well, the next time I write, I want to make sure I put this in, or whatever the case may be. And here's your action headings again over here for your scene heading, action, your character, your dialogue. all that stuff is just one click away, or you can also use your quick key for it. And when you're done, you can just sign out. And that's pretty much it about the basics of writing a screenplay. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll try and answer anything I can for you. The most important thing about writing screenplays, once you have the basics down, is to just start writing. Stories actually take on lives of their own, so just start writing. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you next time.